because they're doing more business with the labels than they are with one artist. And I remember your Gotti was saying to me, he's like,
now, see, a lawyer got hell now. I don't care nothing about you being a lawyer. I'm finna ask you 100 questions. You know what I'm saying? What you say to say again? You sure that makes sense? I'm counting the lawyer with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get another lawyer to check what you said, okay. So back then it was more so like me just putting my fate in another person's hand, that I probably just hired you because of this situation. I don't really know you like that. I ain't really done my due diligence to even know if you the right person to be dealing with. Just somebody referred me to you. I hired you, and you know how that go, man. They could be buddies with the people they doing business with. Who knows?
When you're dealing with lawyers, you gotta know who that lawyer, like what their actual affiliations are, because you may think he's doing something for you, but he's really
in. Yeah, it's always like that, and that's the thing. Is basically to sum up what I'm saying. Like, people do stuff that's beneficial for them. It might look like it's in your best interest, but they're looking out for their best interest mainly over your interest, which means that, I need to do this. I'm gonna make sure this relationship lives. You know what I mean? So I like you as a client, and I think you cool, and we can do some great things. But this relationship is really where the money is, and really where like the power is. So it's that thing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know who they're affiliated with, who they work with. You know what I mean? You got to call people and know, are they good? What type of person are they? Who they working with? Like that type of shit. So, cause it's like it's a huge circle for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to entertainment and like lawyers and stuff like that, they know each other. Like, this lawyer over here, might know a lawyer in New York who connected to this, and might be connected to the lawyer that I know, and then it's all a big circle at the end of the day, and it spins back around. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to get somebody that's fighting for you, bro. You know.
Do you think the same is to be said with accountants? Because it's literally like, from the outside, and because I used to be an accountant myself, so I was like, how are all these rappers getting got? You know what I mean? I was like, I remember, in fact, Joe was talking about his situation. You look at all the rappers, and it's not about making money. It's always like there's a tax issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's another part of the game that is almost never really explained to up and coming artists, because you can almost see it come like, in a couple of years, he's hot now, but there's gonna be
issues with that tax, because I think that, like, for the most part, when you kind of get money and you're not used to having money, and you kind of come from a place of where you probably never been involved. Majority of the artists haven't been to college. I'm one of them artists, that kind of just got my success at a younger age. So it's a lot that I didn't know, and it's a lot that these other artists don't know. But one thing is for certain is that Uncle Sam will get that bag out of you, most certainly. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes you might get a feeling to where you feel invincible, where you feel like the money won't stop, and it's gonna keep coming forever, and you at some point can go ahead and pay them off until things ain't the same, and then they asking for, a $500,000, you ain't got it. It's like, you gotta pay them people frequently, man. Figure out some type of situation, because that's important. That's as important as like life, and that goes in the bracket of raising your children and all that shit. In my mind, like, you got to, because it's important. Because if not, you be stripped of everything. Nobody don't want that. It's embarrassing.
Because in effect, you're not self-employed.
Yeah.
When the money comes, you see all of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, it's mine.
Yeah, and not only that, like, it's the mentality too of some people, especially with our culture, like the black community. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to give their money to the quote unquote white man. You know what I'm saying? So it's always like, they got this thing of, oh, I got to give me, who wants to make $1 million and have to, pay $100,000 in taxes, or $100,000, you got to give $100,000 back. So most of them think like, but it comes back to haunt you though, so it's just part of the game though. It's just one of the things you have to accept. You know what I mean? Like my bro says, it's like certain things you just got to factor out. Like, you kind of have a checklist, and you're like, all right, IRS got to be paid. Ain't no way out of that. So take that and just, it is what it is, and live with that. You know what I'm saying?